How do I conclude that indeed these are members of the drug cartel?
Remember, the details can be presented by the team as a covert operation. They have the details about it that I might not be able to talk to it. However, a strategy of arrest, of an investigation of a case, you might arrest a person, although in this case you are labeling them as part of P5 and the P5 is involved in this drug syndicate. We might not arrest them for the drug specific, but the bigger investigation that talks about drugs is there, but the charges that we are putting against them are something else. It's a strategy we're employing the police to keep people behind bars. The majority of people that get implicated on things, they arrive there by default. They're not aware that they are getting there. So if you're going to be a political party or an MP and you get a financial support from someone, and the person who's giving you this financial support is not disclosing the intentions, you're going to get hooked. By the time you open your eyes, you are right in the web.
Podcast.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, where we come with nothing but peace.
Yeah, peace and politics, scandals. Yeah, before we talk a lot, man, please like, subscribe, and tell your favorite friend to tell their friend. Pushback Rich TV is a channel you need to be on YouTube. See, you know?
Yeah, man, we're there. And while speaking about peace, politically, there hasn't been any peace, man. You look at the two commissions that are there. There's a commission that side. There's a portfolio committee. They call it an ad hoc committee.
You know, when I think of Mkhwanazi, it reminds me of this meme. I saw it on Twitter that says, I want problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want peace.
I don't want peace.
Yeah.
I want problems.
Sure.
Yeah. So Mkhwanazi has been causing commotions. And at a certain point, I even thought he was going to, that national commissioner was going to throw him under the bus.
Oh, Masemola
under the bus. He's been shaky a little bit.
Yeah, I remember the first day Masemola showed up at the commission. People were a bit skeptical about him. Some were even saying, does he know what he's doing? Mm-hmm. And I think one of the reasons was that he was holding back. And when you're holding back at such places, it's a point where either people look at you as a weak link or as that strong leader that you are. So the first day he was kind of holding back, not wanting to say certain things about certain people, and that's where when he came back, I think maybe he saw the reviews of what people were saying about him, saying Phela Mkhwanazi was more of a leader than Masemola during the testimonies.
And mind you, Masemola is the national commissioner, and Mkhwanazi is a provincial commissioner.
So you see, as a provincial commissioner, you're not supposed. I mean, as a national commissioner,
more bolder than.
Yeah, but people were saying he looked more weak in his first testimony. Second day he came guns blazing. He was mentioning names because that's what people want. Yeah, they want name. They want to know who's complicated, who's captured and who's capturing within the SAPS, the judiciary, and even the politicians as well. And you know, in Parliament, it's still on. People are saying the Parliament ad hoc committee, it's more straightforward than the Madlanga Commission, because at the Madlanga Commission, it kind of like they are trying to hide some information. But then in Parliament, that's where you have your Julius Malema, who has, you know, the freedom to ask whatever question he wants to ask. And even just that he can't reveal some information, but even Mkhwanazi there is able to disclose a lot of information.
Okay, so brother, maybe let's first start in explaining maybe the difference between the Madlanga Commission and the ad hoc committee. Which one? The ad hoc is the parliamentary one.
Yeah.
And then the other one, what is that other one?
That one is the judicial one.
So, okay, what does that mean?
The judicial one is led by a judge.
Okay.
Yeah, Madlanga is I think is the Chief Justice or Deputy Chief Justice in South Africa. Okay. So the Madlanga one, it can what they say is they say binding or something like that, where you can be arrested for some of the things that you say. Hence, you remember Jacob Zuma when he refused to show up before the Zondo Commission. He was arrested for complicity of court, where you refusing to show up to court. So there at Madlanga Commission, whatever you say can get you arrested. And whatever you say can also get other people arrested. but then at the Parliament ad hoc committee, those are the legislators. They are the lawmakers, people who make the laws. They can make a submission or a report back to Parliament, and then to Parliament is where now things can then be debated to say a vote of no confidence in such a member, or maybe make a suggestion to Ramaphosa to say so and so and so and so need to be removed from their position. Like your Senzo Mchunu, since he's minister, he was appointed in Parliament, right? Not in the judiciary, but in the judiciary, it's where you can be arrested.
Yeah.
If you are implicated.
These things of Malema and other political parties, the ad hoc, you cannot be arrested.
You cannot be arrested, but you can be demoted, and also there can be suggestions, like
there could be even suggestions to even change certain laws in the constitution, things like that.
Things like that.
Oh, okay. So the one that is more important is the one that's taking a break most, because we want people to get arrested.
Both are important. Both are important, because in terms of disclosing the information, it's more like at the ad hoc committee, you are free to say a lot of things, and then in the judiciary, like there are certain limitations to how far you can go.
Because
but then in terms of
why?
Because of proof and all that.
Let's check your mic.
Mic check 1 2 1 1 2 1 2.
You need to just be much closer to it.
Much closer, yeah.
So the difference is that in the ad hoc committee, there will be recommendations that are done after this. Yeah. Recommendations are done to Ramaphosa to say some of your ministers are implicated in the political task team. And then. What then do we do? You need to take them out of the ministerial position. Some of these people are not in the ministerial positions, but they are within the political parties that people are voting for. That their members are implicated, they are captured by the cartels.
So, but you see, my problem with that is, what if the president himself is implicated?
If the president himself is implicated, like that's where a vote of no confidence can come into effect. Okay. Where the other parties can recommend a vote of no confidence, can initiate a vote of no confidence, and that will against the president, and then that will be on the members of the ANC to say, do they still have confidence in their president? And since now, if you check, the ANC didn't get 50% in the last national elections. So he can be removed from such things, where if the members of parliament decide to say, we no longer have confidence in Ramaphosa, we need someone else because he is implicated into this thing.
So we're gonna hand so what the parliament is gonna do is gonna hand the decision over to the ANC to take him out.
Yes.
To take him out.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, but I think that's a problem, because right now, the ANC has members that are implicated. Even Brian. Everybody who doesn't know Brian Mogotsi, all of a sudden, Brian Mogotsi got all their numbers. And so, like, my problem is now we're giving back the final decision to these people now that are even exposing each other from inside.
Sure.
So it's a problem if the president is implicated, and then now the ministers and other key players in the ANC are also implicated, or also have a thing in what you call in criminology or whatever. Now these people are given the choice to make the final decision. I feel like it can never be in the favor of the country, or it can never be in the best interest of the country, because giving the final decision to the president or the ANC to give the final decision won't be in our best interest. Sure. What do you think?
But the thing is, when it's like that, let's look at it like this. We as the general public, we are seeing the rot in the ruling party. We are seeing the rot in the other political parties that are there, how captured they are, and how they enable crime to continue as it is. So it's up to us going to the next elections to say, we have seen those who are implicated, and we have seen which political parties they belong to. if you, the president, you don't act, it means we, the public, have to act when it comes to voting. We need to change something. Something has to give, because we cannot continue putting people in power who keep enabling people like Mogotsi, your Ket Matlala, your KT Mulifes, who are there, who have captured the same ministers who are supposed to lead by example.
Bro, when you talk like that, bro, like when it comes to the voting part, like I think I remember watching before the elections, show on SMWX.
Sure.
I think it was it Prince Marshall or some guy like that?
No, Prince Marshall. Yeah, the guy who doesn't like the ANC.
I think that guy, before the elections,
Sure.
he said something that a GNU is more likely than the ANC winning. And he said that those were the talks in the higher rankings. That was before the elections.
Sure.
And then when the elections came, it was so.
Yeah.
So now my problem with that is that who thought, from no normal person ever thought of a GNU. We thought we were voting for a party to win, a party to lead. But those big politicians over there, they already had an idea on how the next 4 years is going to be run.
No, it's more like a prediction and an analysis and what do they call this thing? Where you extrapolate things, like you look at the data of what has been happening in the last election and how people are starting to behave towards certain political parties and the number of political parties that we have and the kind of support that they are enjoying. You look at Ramaphosa, from Jacob Zuma to Ramaphosa, the ANC has been losing votes. You look at the local government elections, the ANC has been losing votes every now and then. So if you are to go into the next elections, the same thing that happened in the last elections, ANC lost a number of votes to Jacob Zuma's party, the MK, and now we are beginning to have more and more political parties like your Maibu or Floyd Shibambu. It's going to eat from the MK, it's going to eat from the EFF. It's the same thing.
Also
If today you are to look at it and say Maibuye, if Maibuye is to get 1%, where is that 1% going to come from? It's going to come from the EFF. Floyd was a member of the EFF, he was a deputy president in the EFF, he was a member of the MK, he was a secretary general of the MK. When he left the MK, he left with certain members. So if they are to get something, someone has to lose. So as much as we can say even about the ANC, it's easy to predict what's going to happen later on. We're still not going to have an outright majority winner in the next national elections. Reason being that a lot of us are now in positions where we're like, nobody's saying I want the ANC. Not everyone is saying I want the ANC. Not everyone is saying EFF. Just like you, even if maybe you want to say I'm a member or maybe I like this party, you don't like everything about them.
You don't like, extra. That's why. But right now, you see, when it comes to the ANC, I feel like you were saying it's been losing votes, drastically losing votes. And Ramaphosa hasn't been doing a good job.
That's true.
Now, with Mkhwanazi coming in and then mentioning Ket Matlala, Brian Mogotsi, Senzo Mchunu, and then now Brian Mogotsi say, who's this one? Talking about the commissioner of the ANC. Who's that one?
Commissioner of Fikile, Mbalula, the secretary general.
Fikile now attacking Brian Mogotsi. Now Brian Mogotsi saying, Fikile is doing all these tantrums because it's for the elections, because he wants Mchunu to be ousted so he can. So now, you're looking at the ANC now. I'm looking at all of them throwing each other as criminals, pointing each, hey, you're a criminal, you're a criminal. But I'm going to say, your wife also turned us. You also, you're with a criminal. Where? So now, this also, Mkhwanazi coming through with these allegations, it's, I promise, bro, it's taking a whole lot of votes from the ANC. Like,
that's true.
If all these guys get arrested or whatever, they get implicated, who is going to be the face of the ANC?
The thing is, even not too much on who's going to be the face of the ANC, but the people, they still have faith in an ANC that is implicated in such things. The ANC that is rendering the SAPS useless so they can continue enjoying benefits of crime. This SBV heist that we've been happening, people have been saying it's politicians who are behind that. This money is sponsoring politicians. Just before all the elections that are to take place, you start having VBS, you start having SBV, getting heisted. Where's the money going? The money is going to these political parties. And I like what Mkhwanazi said, I think it was yesterday or the day before, where he said there are politicians who are captured and they are aware of it. And there are politicians who are captured and they are not aware of it. And goes for the political parties. Certain political parties are captured and they are not aware of it, and some are aware of it. And some even advocate for themselves. They advertise themselves to be captured. And here's the thing. There are those who are captured in a way where you go out there, seek for funding. I am a drug cartel lord. I fund your party. You take that money, you win the elections. I come back. I do not state what I want from you while I'm giving you the money. I come back and then I say, I want you to protect my boys. They are in this section. Make sure they are protected. That time you are minister of the police. Make sure that nothing happens in this section. I want to move certain narcotics. I want to operate. What do you do as minister?
And maybe further than that, bro. Like the ministers obviously probably get a share, a 10%
they
share.
do. They do get my handouts.
When we move these drugs from point A to point B, this is your share, basi, for allowing this to happen.
The same
through a third party, maybe not, because apparently they can't really deal directly to the minister. That's why also Mkhwanazi
is an associate of the minister, where
the mediator.
Sure,
you don't just go direct.
Goes back again to what Mkhwanazi said. Mkhwanazi said, if you look at the death of DJ Somebody, how he died, but he didn't simply call him DJ Somebody, but he said the death of a certain popular DJ. These killings are drug related. Reason being that one club owner or one DJ goes and steals drugs from another drug lord from another a territory. So what happens? Cartels, so what happens when you steal and distribute and sell and try to make money from that? You're gonna get killed before you are even arrested. Before the police can even get to you, that other guy is going to come for your head. The same way some popular DJs were eliminated. It was because of some drugs that were stored in a certain storage and they were stolen. And then now they were being distributed.
Wait a minute, bro. Are these the same drugs that is it Fikile, or a minister says a minister they fought about these drugs in KZN?
Yes.
Or because of these drugs,
those drugs in KZN.
Someone stole
them when they were stored, and then when they were stored somewhere, somebody went and stole where they were.
Back stuff like that. Yeah. So all of this started off from the police.
It started with the police because they are captured, and if somebody has captured them, and then if you are captured, you have to comply because you remember they said the National Commissioner sent people to go and take the drugs this place, and then the minister sent his own people to now go and take them.
So
and
now
afterwards those drugs are missing.
But then now, what rights does the minister have to send people to go get the drugs?
The National Commissioner said the minister had no right to interfere in the process and in the procedure of the police. He is only allowed to make legislation that the police use in their operations, but he cannot interfere. You are not supposed to get there and try to mess up with the evidence.
What he did is like somebody shot somebody dead, and then they want the gun, and then the police come and get the gun. Then the minister says, "No,
bring the gun to my office.
Bring the gun to my office." Like, what the fuck?
So you are stopping the police from doing their work. And let's talk about Brown.
But then, if it was a normal person like me,
sure,
I would, that would be illegal.
That's illegal.
So it's illegal.
And also, what do they call tampering with evidence?
Yes, tampering with evidence. So he these two things are illegal. Who was that minister?
I think he said it was was it not Fikile? I think it was Fikile.
Yes, Fikile. That's why he's also linking Fikile to monies. Yes, they're sending with Cat Mata. Fikile has a lot to answer, my brother.
Hey, bro. No. You know, let's move on to this one. Mogotsi and Fikile.
Mogotsi and Fikile.
Fikile is saying Mogotsi is not a member of the ANC. Mogotsi is saying I am a member in good standing of in my region. in Mahikeng, in the Northwest.
Yes, bro. Like if I'm gonna go join the ANC here, bro, I'm gonna go to Gauteng, to Joburg to join.
Sure.
To be recognized.
Sure.
No, I'm gonna first start here
In your branch.
In my branch, and then if maybe they want certain monies that there's a certain monthly payment, I'll be paying here.
Sure.
So maybe the system where I'm from doesn't report daily to the head office or to the branch, but only my people here, even these people here will know that I know Collins Vex is active when there's this thing. He's out there campaigning.
And you know what I like about this feud now between Brown Mogotsi and Fikile Mbalula is both of them claim to have proof, because Mbalula said, I went and checked the records from the Secretary General in the province of Northwest. They don't have any records of a so-called gentleman by the name of Brown Mogotsi. His membership expired in he said it's been, I think he said something, but then now when they go and interview the Secretary General of the province, he's saying Brown Mogotsi hasn't been a member of the ANC for like 4 or 5 years. And Brown Mogotsi is saying, no, my membership will expire at the end of October. We're still in October now.
Fikile Mbalula is I'm trying to figure out the right way to describe this guy. If not a clown, is the worst actor.
That's what Mogotsi is saying.
Because at first sight, he said, we would like to associate ourselves with characters like Brown Mogotsi, whether he is or he is not. I do not know. Like, really, dog. At first he said he doesn't know. At first he said he doesn't know. Everybody doesn't know Brown Mogotsi until it's time to talk about Brown Mogotsi, bro. So like at first he said, I don't know Brown Mogotsi.
By the Secretary General. But let me confirm something to you. I'm a member of the ANC in good standing. I have also, attempted to send you some proof that my membership only expires at the end of October. But
said Brown Mogotsi is an associate of the minister, but then you just come to the public and say, we would like to associate ourselves with, if he is a member. If he is a member, you're saying he is not a member, but he could be, he's not a member. And then he was a member, he's now not a member.
I think it all started with the minister of the police saying he doesn't know Brown Mogotsi. And then he later on said Brown Mogotsi is a comrade. A comrade in which party? The ANC. And now Fikile Mbalula comes and say, no, we don't know such a person by the name of Brown Mogotsi in the ANC. So now it also comes back to Fikile Mbalula versus Senzo Mchunu. Who's fooling who? Who's telling us lies? Because the other one says he's a fellow comrade. The other one says he's not a comrade. And then now it also goes against to say, this guy has been paying for the flights, transportation of ANC members from the money that he's been getting from the likes of Ket Matlala and other tenderpreneurs.
So what I'm getting from this is that in a political party, you don't have to hold a position, but you could be a runner, you could be an organizer, you could be a fixer. You could do a lot of things instead of holding a position and still get paid nicely. So what my guy Brown Mogotsi looked like he was doing, bro, it looks like he was a man who could get investors, right? So if there are certain things that needs funding at the ANC, where can I get funding? Where can I get investment? Okay.
Goes to
of course, investments comes with deals. You have to deal. Okay, what will I get in return? It's an investment. An investment must have a return back. So now these guys, they're investing that, okay, we're gonna get certain things back. And then Brown Mogotsi does that, and then now the whole point, Fikile Mbalula, I think is I'm with Brown Mogotsi. I'm not taking sides.
You're with Brown Mogotsi.
I'm with Brown Mogotsi here that Mbalula wants to be president, and God, may this world end before Mbalula becomes president of South Africa, bro. He doesn't look like a man who will need to lead a country.
Before Mbalula can become president of the country, he will need to become president of the ANC. Do the other members of the ANC have that much confidence in him to say, Mbalula, you can lead the ANC? We think you can get the people to vote for ANC.
I think his tactics are the tactics of where let me
eliminate competition.
Yes, let me make everybody bad and let me be the holy sheep. You know. So
but here's the thing about the ANC, bro. Everybody has an inner skeleton. They say we have our small onion skeleton. Everybody has a small onion skeleton in the ANC. Same thing goes for the president. The Pala issue is still there hanging, but they chose to protect him.
Well, I think it says Mchunu had a hand in.
Yeah, he had a hand because he was the current minister of police by then.
That's why right now the sofa disappeared.
Yeah, and now it's very difficult now to just get rid of Senzo Mchunu there from his position because he did a 5 for the president.
Yes.
So now the president has to return the favor.
Yes, a 5. Yes, a 5 for a 5, bro.
And now with Mbalula as well, Brown Mogotsi came out guns blazing. He was talking about the death of, is it Mkhwanazi or something?
Oh, yes, Mkhwanazi, yes.
KK something.
And then the guy who killed KK, he was still with Mbalula. They were taking flights together. Even, I think, didn't they give him Mbalula money? I think no.
I think they loaned him $1 million.
Yes. They loaned Mbalula
allegedly
$1 million.
So hey, we don't want to get sued.
Allegedly. So this is all from So I think the whole point of it's all politics. Since now the political task killing team is busy. They can't just outright when it's time for elections go out and hire hitmen and kill each other because right now Mkhwanazi is all eyes on them right now.
That's the thing. Now if you eliminate your competition, it becomes very simple. And so if I feel like Mbalula is getting into a fight with with someone who has nothing to lose, and he's gonna be the biggest loser of all this thing against Mogotsi. Mogotsi is gonna humiliate Mbalula. Mogotsi is gonna say a whole lot of nasty thing, and also looking at they are putting him now in a borderline to say, well, now we're almost about to kick you out of the party. All that money that you've been stealing from all these businessmen that you've been giving you money, you're gonna lose it because once you are far from the top leaders of the ANC. Then you can no longer steal money from them. It's the thing that is happening now. So with the way things are, Mbalula, yes, he has aspirations of being president. It's clear. I remember that time when we said that he took a poster where they were saying Mbalula for president. Was like, no, we shouldn't be doing this. But you can see, you can see it indirectly. He's campaigning.
But like, I feel like all of this. I think we all have been seeing that the ANC has been in decline.
Sure.
I feel like I can safely say what is going on today between Fikile, Mbalula, Brown Mogotsi, Mchunu, the Big Five, all of this is just the end of an empire. I remember there was a time they would say ANC was going to lead till Jesus comes.
I think the Jesus that they were coming about is the leaders that they're giving us now. The leaders that they're giving us now. Those are the Jesus comes until we're finally gonna have
Jesus. Ramaphosa is Jesus. Jesus come and then it's time for the
because they fail to get 50%.
Yeah.
And